Alright, Brian C. here with a little tip for your PT Cruiser. A lot of people have posted about weird things happening with their cruiser. You're driving on the freeway and all of a sudden it starts stalling or going into limp mode. There's a very real possibility that you've gotten oil inside your computer. I know that sounds strange, but what happens is that the oil pressure center unit, which is down below, leaks onto the wire harness, which is covered by this netting, and the oil comes up through the wiring harness through capillary action. It'll be dripping on it for weeks or months, and oil will work its way up and into the computer. And you'll have all kinds of problems because the computer will be sloshed with oil. Now, if you've got an automatic transmission, you'll have 4 modules. If you've got a manual transmission like me, you'll have 3 modules. What you want to do is start unplugging the modules. Push down on the clip. Not so easy. Slide the red thing back and pull the modules out. And if there's oil in it, oil will come shooting out of the connection hole. Not shooting, but dribbling. And there'll be oil on the connection module. And so you want to pull each one of these modules out and see if you've got oil coming out of it. And if you do, the first thing you want to do is clean that out with some electrical contact cleaner. Just spray it onto the module and spray it up inside the computer and clean it out. Have a rag or a microfiber towel nearby to clean it off. Then what you can do is cut the netting away like I've done here, so that if oil comes back up through it, it's going to drip out and not make its way up. So cut the netting away here, as you can see, and I've kind of pulled it away here, so the oil's coming up, it won't get back into the computer. Now you got to replace your oil pressure center unit down below. Average mechanic can do it for like $100 to $125. If cleaning out the computer and replacing your oil pressure center unit doesn't fix your problem, there's a good possibility that the computer is now fried because of the oil inside. It's really easy to replace. Here's my old one right here. You can get one on the internet remanufactured for about $250. It's very simple to take apart. First thing you're going to do, you're going to disconnect the battery underneath the box on the negative side. All right, to get the air box off, to get to the battery, it's 2 clips, one right here. Pull that down. And one right up front here. Going to pull that down. And then we're just going to wiggle the box a little bit forward, lift it up, and then we can get to the battery. You're going to want to disconnect the black terminal, the negative. You're going to unplug the 3 or 4 modules, depending on if you have automatic or manual transmission. And then you unscrew the 3 bolts on the bracket, you pull it out, and the computer will be stuck to the bracket. You unscrew the 3 bolts, take out the computer, put the new computer back on the bracket, screw that back into the firewall, and replace the modules back in, making sure that they're cleaned out if they had oil in them. Alright, after you get the computer in place, you're going to want to reconnect the battery lead on the negative side, the black terminal. And then we're going to put our and then back up on the clips. And the airbox is in place, the battery's reconnected, and the computer's in place. And that will probably solve a lot of your weird problems. It's a not uncommon problem with the PT Cruiser that the oil pressure center unit leaks oil. The oil comes up the wire harness through capillary action on the netting and into the computer. Okay, after you've got the new computer in place and the battery reconnected, you're going to put the key in the ignition, but you're not going to fully start the car. You're going to take it to the final on position. Before you start the car, and you're going to let it sit there for 5 whole minutes. And the computer is going to be talking to the different parts of your car to learn about your car. Okay, after 5 minutes has passed, you're going to turn the key off, and you're going to start the car up. All right, hopefully that's going to help a lot of you out.